It's other coaches on the hot seat. Are they on the hot seat? Are they not on the hot seat? I want to ask you. We got
NBA?
an article NFL. We got an article here.
I know like 3
Yeah,
NBA
no.
coaches.
We got some hot seat check for struggling NFL head coaches after the Robert Saleh firing. So I'm just gonna ask you. It looks like they got what do they got here? Okay.
Kevin Stefanski.
It looks like they got why is he in the hot seat? And then a hot seat rating. So a scale of 1 to 10.
How hot?
How hot is the
Like the
seat?
Buffalo Wild Wings hot scale.
All right, we got 6 of them, Devin. Number 1, Doug
Can I
Peterson.
guess?
Oh, sorry. Doug
Okay,
Peterson.
yes, Doug.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
The seat's pretty warm. I don't know. Like I don't know if like the ownership is like, hey, we're gonna give you nothing and expect everything, and you figure it the fuck out. Like it's like they gave Robert Saleh everything and they still don't like him. With Doug, yeah, I still think he's a great coach, and if he does get fired, he'll probably end up somewhere else because Jacksonville doesn't have anything to hang their hat on and say this is why we will be good.
I mean, Jacksonville's gonna have to blame somebody for all this.
Yeah, it's probably the GM and not.
And they're going 8
Doug.
out of 10 for the hot seat rating. I mean, I would agree with that. I'd say they're pretty close to. I'd say Doug
It's a hot
Peterson.
seat, but I don't think it's Doug's fault.
I guess. I mean, I'm not sitting here
Maybe
saying Doug Peterson's a huge problem, but if we're going to talk about the 1 and 4,
1 and 5,
Jacksonville Jaguars,
1 and 4,
1 and 5. They're 1 and 5,
One.
bro. Yeah, no, I definitely would agree with the 8 out of 10. Second coach right up here, Kevin Stefanski, Cleveland
Said that.
Browns. Now,
The
obviously,
Brownies.
the entire Browns organization just completely just I don't know, it's like they're right back where they were. It's like
Yeah.
It's like they had that hope of like, oh, the Browns don't suck anymore, and then like the Lions took all that and said, no, y'all,
Yep.
yeah, we don't suck
Yes.
anymore.
We don't
Y'all
suck,
still
and
suck.
actually, we're better than you guys at your peak
Way
with
better.
Baker. Yes.
But I'm looking. There are so many people you could point a finger at for the Browns. It's almost like his job isn't that much in jeopardy.
No, and I mean, if we just compare Doug and Stefanski, it's like last year the Jags were basically shoo-in to make the playoffs. End up shitting the bed, having a few of the worst games ever late in the season. Opposite side, quarterback gets injured, the team gets better. Joe Flacco balls the fuck out, and they make the playoffs and they look good. Now this year, Deshaun looks like shit. Mark Cooper's gone. People are injured. It's all a real shit show. I don't know if it's Stefanski's fault, but I don't think he'll be fired.
They're giving it a 5.
At least not this season.
They're giving it a 5 out of 10. Hot seat.
Yeah, fair.
Nick Sirianni.
That's not that hot, actually.
The only
it's only hot because of that bullshit that he was pulling.
I mean, even
Also,
before that though, just the way Philly looks. I mean, if Philly continues to look meh,
yeah, I think Philly can kick it up, but I mean, again, if we look at last year, back half of that season was dog shit. Lost the first playoff game. Coming to this season looking not what they did a year and a half ago. Yeah, and especially for Philly, Philly's pretty.
They're too good. They are too good to be.
They have way too many options.
They're too good. Like
Stefanski has something to say. Hey, this is why we suck. There's nothing to point at on that Eagles team, that Eagles offense, to be like, this is why we suck. There's fucking tons of ballers out there.
I mean, it's just to sit here and go like, okay, Philly could be 10-7.
Yeah,
it's like that's what we're looking at now, and it's just that's not the expectations I had for Philly. So I would say, maybe I'm crazy, but expectation wise, hot seat leader.
Yeah,
a little bit
higher
for.
Yeah, I think it's higher for Sirianni.
Mike
Mike
McCarthy.
McCarthy. Just gonna start guessing, dude.
Mike
That was nice.
McCarthy.
Yeah, no. Again, his is hot, but it's like
Um,
none of this is good.
it's unfortunate, really, that any talk of hot seats is going to include Mike McCarthy. The Cowboys are doing just fine right now.
All right, never mind. Fuck this article.
Oh, okay, this was before the Lions blowout. Okay, yeah. Did not have his contract extended. As long as the Cowboys continue to win, there won't be a main attraction on. Okay, so McCarthy's on the hot seat.
Yeah, McCarthy. I don't know. I would like to see another coach in there.
I mean, out of all these coaches,
Maybe not mid-season, but
out of all these coaches so far, I'd say he's on the hottest seat.
Doug might be on a really hot one. But Mike's on the hottest.
But I mean, the expectations for Jags don't even compare to the expectations of the
No,
Dallas fucking
no,
Cowboys.
of
No
course
matter
not.
how shitty
Um,
the Cowboys could be ranked the 32nd best team in the league going into a season, and they're still gonna have Super Bowl expectations.
yeah,
Number 5,
Brian Daboll.
it's Brian Dabble.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll, fucking dude. He got way too big for his britches, and then lost a shit ton of weight, so it kind of got too small for his britches. Um, that might be stolen. I heard that recently. I don't know what that was. That was from something.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, Brian Daboll, after they made the playoffs and won a playoff game, was super hyped up on this team and thought that they would come out the next season. Obviously, Saquon was out the whole season. That was their entire team. They don't have Saquon this year. That was their entire team. Malik Neighbors just had a bad concussion. Daniel Jones stinkies more than anything in the NFL. Defense sucks.
It's just the thing, the Giants suck so bad. It's like you're telling me you're gonna replace Brian Daboll with who, and they're gonna do what?
The coach is not the problem, but I don't really like Brian Daboll. I don't think he adds much to this team.
And then the final coach,
What division?
uh, division or conference?
Conference.
AFC.
Mike McDaniel.
Sean McDermott.
Yes.
So
They've been calling for Durham's job forever, and it's like honestly, Bills fans are waiting for a bad season just so that they can fire Durham, but they're just gonna keep having mid-level, pretty good seasons, and he's never gonna go anywhere.
if the Bills continue to just be who the Bills have been, he better keep his job as long as Mike Tomlin does.
Agreed.
I mean,
But
what are we doing?
because it's like he's not winning a Super Bowl.
Fucking what? 15 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I was talking about
but I'm saying like
McDermott. But yeah. What's his name? What was that? 09?
yeah, I mean 15 years
08?
ago Mike Tomlin won
07?
his last
08?
Super Bowl and what? Because every year after that he's
Made the playoffs.
put them in the playoffs and given them an opportunity to win a Super Bowl again. I mean, no.
They
Now,
really haven't had an opportunity to win a Super Bowl in a very long time.
I will say though, this would be kind of like if like Ben Roethlisberger in his prime, or like Ben Roethlisberger. Well, I don't know because if this was a time where you got prime Big Ben, AB, Le'Veon Bell, but they just can't get it done. Do you call for Mike Tomlin's job more than you would now? Because I'm saying if Sean McDermott didn't have fucking Josh Allen in this team, and they didn't have the expectations, and his expectation was just being playoff, just being 9-8.
Yeah, I think that Tomlin obviously gets help because he's bringing Kenny Pickett led and Mason Rudolph led teams to winning records. And obviously, the expectations because of the early success of Josh Allen when they were in the AFC Championship and had a chance to win. It is funny that they've never, it was like we were one overtime possession away from we should have had a chance to do it, and then they just don't get back there. But I guess it's fairly hot. But again, if they have a good season, I don't see them going anywhere.
But I mean, it says, what can you do to get off the hot seat? You start by not playing two AFC contenders in consecutive games. The truth is, McDermott might be doing some of his best work with his 3-2 team. They're replacing Diggs and Gabe Davis on offense, and have dealt with major injuries on the defensive side of the ball. It's a bit much to be panicking about two early season losses to two of the best teams in the AFC. Wins over the New York Jets and Tennessee Titans over the next 2 weeks to get that record to a 5-2. Should quiet talks for now. Maybe the Bills have to win one playoff game to completely squash the idea of moving on from McDermott. See, okay, so that's the thing. The Bills are like most certainly winning at least one playoff game this year, but
Maybe.
they need a Super Bowl. Like, that's what they want. That's what they're asking for. That's what the window is right
Yeah,
now. It's a Super Bowl window right now. It's not
but
a can we
again,
make the playoffs window.
you get McDermott gets a little bit because of injuries, losing players, and
Our Bills don't win the AFC East, then you can crank up the temperature of that seat.
fire him.
You don't have to fire him. The Jets
I
could
don't
go
know.
on if the Jets go on some crazy run
I
and win
know,
the
but if it's
division.
like the Jets win 10 games, win the division. Big Bro's getting fired.
We'll see. We'll see. If the Bills win 10 games and don't win a division, might have to turn that meter up just a little bit. Just a little
A
bit.
little bit.
But if you want
A
to
little bit.
replace Sean McDermott with anybody, if you want to replace if you want to replace Sean McDermott with anyone, Antonio Pierce.
No.
No?
Wait, what are you saying?
Yeah.
You're saying replace Sean McDermott with
No,
Antonio
I'm
Pierce? Is that what you're saying?
saying on the who's on the
Oh,
hot
yes,
seat?
yes, yes.
Who's on
Oh
the
yeah, I
hot
don't know
seat?
why Antonio Pierce is not
Why?
in.
I
Get this
understand.
fucker out of
I
here.
understand it's his first year, and he is going to have the crutch of, oh, I had to start with Gardner Minshew, and he played so bad I had to put in Aiden O'Connell. So he's good.
No,
He's no, he's going
It's
to get
his
1
fault.
year. He's going to get one. He bought himself 1 year.
He's gonna be fired. I mean, if he doesn't get
No.
fired after the season, it's gonna be mid-season next year.
No. Okay, but I'm saying he bought himself at least another year to start with.
I guess he had half of last season where he was interim, so it doesn't count.
But what I'm
And
saying
then
is he's going to be
yes, he'll
able
have 1 year,
to.
but it's the fact that he's teeter-tottering between these guys after a bad quarter is just bad coaching.
It is bad
Like
coaching.
Mike Tomlin, no matter how bad Justin Fields played, rode games out.
But he did it so early that he can say, I noticed how poorly we were playing on offense or whatever. It's just look,
But it's
I
like,
understand you don't agree that that's the truth, but that's the narrative that's going to be pushed. It's going to earn him
yes.
one more year.
But the thing is, it's like when you, again, I maybe have said this before, when you have a steaming bag of shit on the field, I don't know why you would just pick up a different steaming bag of shit and put it on the field. Like,
Because
none of the moves for Aiden O'Connell have proved to be the correct move.
but that's the thing.
He still
There's
sucks.
no other move they can make at quarterback right
Then
now.
don't make a move.
So
Pick the
then,
more
I mean,
experienced guy who's been there before a little
but
bit.
in his eyes, Gardner sucks.
So does Aiden.
They both, and that's exactly
He's
why.
like, this is a business
And that's
decision.
why he's not on the hot seat. But he is talking his ass right
You know
onto
what?
the hottest
You
seat.
know what this is?
What's up?
This is like if Dion was in the NFL. This is what Dion would do in the NFL.
Mm.
Dion would, because I mean, honestly, I think Antonio Pierce could run a college football team like Dion, where it's like, yeah, we gonna start taking accountability. People are gonna have to fess up for their actions, and it's like in the NFL, you don't attack players like that.
No,
These guys make millions.
make
They're
more
not
than you. Some of these guys
clawing
make
for
more than you.
fucking
Like,
fame or whatever the fuck. These guys are established NFL players. You, yeah, it's a different way of going about it than the way he is right now. So,
yeah.
like Dion can shit on his players and shit on his sons and whatever. He has that protection of all of that of college football. It's different.
And that's the thing. It's it, like, like he didn't have to do anything and would have been able to be like, I mean, look at what I got. but he's
Yeah,
rambling, talking shit about his own players, making these
yeah,
excessive moves at quarterback. It's like,
yeah.
no, you're just asking to be fired.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah,
just asking to
you're
be
trying to expedite the process by trying to overrule everything. It's like, no, y'all just
fired.
suck.